sweet like a buttercup. You're a Barbie doll. Show them all what I'm made of. Strut down the hall. Won't stop till I get enough.
All right, diving right in today, we're all about Tottenham versus Liverpool. EFL Cup semifinal should be a good one. We've got predictions, previews, even potential lineups to get through.
Oh, yeah, should be fun. It's wild how much info is out there now for, every match.
It really is. So, first things first, just a reminder, this is that first leg of the semifinal, right? It's at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, London, Wednesday, January 8th, midday kickoff.
12 p.m.
12 p.m. kickoff. Okay. Now, the prediction article we've got here, it doesn't beat around the bush, They're saying Liverpool heavily favored, by at least a couple goals, favored to win this one.
And looking at, their record recently, it's hard to argue, right? 18 matches now, they haven't lost. EFL Cup, Premier League, all of it. That's a serious streak.
Yeah, meanwhile, Tottenham, oh boy, haven't won in their last 4 attempts. So you might be thinking, okay, but home advantage, right? Well, let's look at some recent form here, because Liverpool has been scoring a ton. Over 2 goals, basically all their recent away games.
Yeah, and flip that over to Tottenham's side. Defensively, they've been letting in 2 or more goals in a lot of these recent home matches.
Yeah, that 6-3 loss to Liverpool on December 22nd, that was brutal for Tottenham.
Yeah, not their best day at the office, right? That match kind of showed you everything. Liverpool, their attack, amazing. And those defensive issues that Tottenham have been having, it was all on display that day. Then you got Liverpool just destroying West Ham, 5-0 a few weeks back.
And it hasn't been all roses for Tottenham lately either. That 2-1 home loss to Newcastle recently, not exactly what you want to see going into a semifinal, against a team like Liverpool. What do you make of their chances given this recent form?
Honestly, it's going to be tough, real tough for Tottenham to pull this one out. But got to remember, it's football. You just never know.
Right. Anything can happen. True enough. Okay, before we jump into potential lineups, let's talk betting odds for a sec.
Oh, yeah. And they pretty much mirror what the experts have been saying. Liverpool, heavy favorites. Mangit is 175 is what we're seeing. And for anyone who doesn't, eat, sleep, and breathe betting odds, that basically means if you bet $175 on Liverpool and they win, you're only pocketing an extra 100 because their victory is seen as so likely.
So not exactly a path to quick riches if you're betting on Liverpool, but it does give you a pretty good sense of, how the experts are viewing this whole matchup.
Right, exactly. And when you look at some of the other, betting markets, things like both teams to score or over under 2.5 goals, it's pretty clear the experts think this is going to be a high-scoring match.
Which, honestly, given how both teams have been playing, it makes sense. But I'm looking at the stats, and something that jumps out at me, right? Even with all these goals Liverpool's been putting up, they've got 8 clean sheets in 19 Premier League games. That's pretty impressive when you think about it.
It is. It shows you they're not just about attack.
Yeah.
They've got that defensive strength, too, which honestly just makes them even more dangerous, harder to beat. And I think your new manager, Arne Slot, he's got a lot to do with that, He's brought this new tactical approach, and you can see it working.
All right, so we've dug into the stats, looked at the predictions, all that. But let's get to the actual players here, the potential lineups, anything, any surprises you're seeing?
Well, for Liverpool, it's probably going to be business as usual, which, let's be honest, is pretty terrifying for any opponent. You've got Salah, goal-scoring machine, and Gakpo, he's the new signing, right? Already making a huge impact.
Gakpo's been on fire, yeah. I think he starts this one. For Liverpool.
I'd say pretty high chance, yeah. He's just fit right in, That understanding he's got with Salah, the rest of the attack, it's clear. And can't forget about Slot, their new manager, right? He's brought this whole new tactical way of doing things. It seems to be working.
Yeah, Liverpool are they're looking good under Slot, that's for sure. What about Tottenham's potential lineup? What are we thinking?
For Tottenham, I think their hopes are going to rest a lot on Maddison, their top scorer. He's the guy who can unlock defenses, right? Yeah. Create chances, score goals himself.
But come on. Going up against that Liverpool defense, that's a tough ask for anyone.
It is, absolutely. This is where Postecoglou, Tottenham's manager, this is where his decisions tactically are going to be huge. He's known for attacking football, right? But he's got to find a way to balance that, contain Liverpool's attack, but also give his own guys a chance to make something happen. It's going to be a really interesting one to watch from a manager's standpoint, I think.
Yeah. That battle on the sidelines could be just as exciting as what happens on the pitch. You know, you're talking earlier about how Liverpool has kind of had Tottenham's number recently, winning those last 2 matches, and by a lot. Do you think that that plays into this game at all?
It's a good question. I think maybe psychologically. Like, Liverpool will be coming in confident, knowing they've had success against Tottenham recently. But Tottenham, they're at home. They're going to be fired up. You know, they want to prove they can hang with the best. Semi-final, it's a whole different ball game.
See, that's what I love about football, you know? All these stats, these trends, they give you an idea, but when it comes down to it, those 90 minutes, unpredictable. Absolutely anything can happen out there.
You got that right. That's why we love it, right? You throw all the pregame analysis out the window because cup ties, they're all about like those little moments, you know? Brilliance, mistakes, sometimes just dumb luck.
Right. So, big picture, we've got Tottenham at home against Liverpool in this EFL Cup semifinal. Liverpool, heavy favorites, haven't lost in forever. Amazing attack. Tottenham, though, they're struggling a bit lately, but they've got the home crowd behind them. And they've got Maddison, their top scorer, who can always, you know, pull something out of his hat. I mean, we've really dug in here, haven't we? Stats, potential lineups, even looked back at how these two teams have matched up in the past.
Yeah, it's a real clash when you think about it. Styles, ambitions, all of it. Liverpool, they're the powerhouse, right? Trying to keep that momentum going.
And then you've got Tottenham, team that's rebuilding, you know, trying to prove they belong up there with the best. It's that classic underdog story, you know, part of what makes football so great.
Oh, absolutely. And the players, right? Yeah. You can't forget about the talent that's going to be on that pitch. Salah, Maddison, guys who can, just turn a game on its head in a second. And then you've got the managers, right? 2 very different approaches to the game.
Yeah, it's going to be fascinating. So we've given you a lot to think about.
A lot to chew on, yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the big question, and this is where you come in.
Right. With everything we've talked about, Liverpool on that incredible run, Tottenham fighting to get back on track, all that attacking talent on both sides.
Can they actually pull off the upset at home?
Or will Liverpool just keep rolling? March right on to the final.
We've laid it all out for you. The info, different angles, all of it.
It's up to you now. What do you think? Who wins this one? This EFL Cup semifinal?
Enjoy the match. Should be a good one.
Sound the alarm. I'm coming up. We'll have a ball. I'm sweet like a buttercup. You're Bobby doll. Show them all what I'm made of. Strut down the hall. Won't stop till I get enough.